or language that discriminates against any race, religion, or maintain respect for all who are present. If you see a visitor, a new member, or a returning member you haven't seen in a while, please warmly welcome them into our program. Your confidentiality is important to us. What you say here will not be discussed outside of the meeting. Please refrain from leaving the meeting while it's in progress because it's extremely disruptive to others. Smoking or vaping is gone, so we don't have to talk about that. And please dispense of all trash and garbage in a garbage can, and don't litter on our premises, please. All right.
Lifestyle of recovery guidelines are intended to be utilized by recovering individuals, their families, and anyone else who is striving to avoid substance abuse and achieve sobriety. 1. Recognizing that substance abuse ruins lives. 2. Wanting to pursue positive alternatives to substance abuse, such as our education, employment, quality relationships, and health and fitness. 3. Using resources such as friends, family, teachers, and peers as a way to achieve and remain sober. Adding sports, art, or music to these resources will help us stay focused and motivated. 4. Defining balance and working toward making it a part of our everyday life. 5. Building self-esteem and confidence through sobriety to combat negative feelings regarding oneself. 6. Understanding that negative behaviors of isolation and self-pity lead to self-destruction. 7. Lifting a person up is different than allowing them to continue their destructive lifestyles. Be there for yourself and be patient with your friends and family. 8. Learning how to help without supporting the addict's behavior. Providing assistance to the recovering individual that will improve their lives, not further their usage. 9. Recognizing personal challenges and integrating them into our lifestyle as challenges to triumph over. 10. Caring for our personal, emotional, physical, and spiritual individuality is the source we use for our own sense of worth. Each person is magnificent. Our mission at Racing for Recovery is to prevent all forms of substance abuse by promoting a lifestyle of fitness and health for all those affected by addiction.
Awesome. Thanks, Keith. Okay, so now is the part where we just go around and introduce ourselves. We just want to know your name and why you're here. You absolutely don't have to identify as an alcoholic or an addict if you don't want to, unless that's helpful for you. That's okay too. But we just want to know your name and why you decided to join us.
Fine. I'm Dustin. I'm here to run cameras, and because I keep coming here because this is a place where I sort of learn how to live instead of just exist, and it's always fun spending time with all you people. So.
I'm Brittany, and I'm here because this program has helped change my life. I'm Amy. I'm here to stay humble and do the next thing.
I'm Kurt. I'm here for support.
My name is Steve, and I'm here for balance and to continue to put the foundation in place to live a real lifestyle of sobriety.
I'm Matt, and I'm here for positivity.
I'm Brandon. I'm here because this is where I continue to learn new ways to enjoy sobriety.
I'm Mike, and I'm here to keep my life on the path that it's going down.
I'm Steve. I come here to stay in the right track.
I'm Dave. I'm here to support my son, Steve.
I'm Chris, and I'm here to support this program with my daughter.
I'm Natalie. I'm here to listen and learn and support my friend Emily.
I'm Emily. I'm here for consistency and because this is what works for me.
I'm Nathan. I'm here to learn and support my girlfriend.
So,
My name is Faye, and I'm here to give and get support, and also here to support Emily.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Sharmini. I'm here because of God's grace and mercy and because there's victory in sobriety.
I'm Mike. I'm here to continue living a lifestyle of sobriety.
I'm Michelle, and I'm here to support my husband, Keith.
I'm Keith. I'm here for support.
Kevin, learning a new way of life.
Justin, I'm here to stay on track.
I'm here to say something.
Rick, I'm here for support.
Logan, here for positivity.
Bill, here for inspiration.
Renee, I'm here for support.
Hi everyone, I'm Jeff. I'm here because success is a way of life every day for me, and this place gave me that.
I'm Arjun, here for balance.
I'm Heidi. I'm here to learn and to support Ben.
I'm Ben. I'm here for positivity.
It's Kenny. I'm here because I still need help staying safe.
My name is Brian. I'm here because
I believe in what we do here, and I love this place.
I'm also Brian, and I'm here for support.
I'm April, and I'm learning how to live a better life.
I'm Chris, and I'm here because this is where I want to be.
My name is Josh. I'm here to stay focused, listen, and learn.
I'm Kelsey. I'm here to support Dustin, and it is his 9 months also.
I'm here and apply. Justin, I'm here for support.
Adam, I'm here because this place works for me.
I'm Emma. I'm here because I love this place.
I'm Kevin. I'm here to learn a new way of life.
I'm Justin, just happy to be here.
I'm Christy, and this is where I want to be, where I need to be.
I'm Heather. I'm here to inspire and be inspired, and I just got reminded by him over there that it'll be my 4 months tomorrow. So.
I'm Molly, and I'm here because I need to be here.
Josh, here to listen and learn.
Phil, I'm here to better myself.
I'm Tom, I'm here to continue to learn and grow.
Mike, here to support.
I'm Kim, and I come here because it helps me on my journey of self-betterment. It helps me to deal with the loss of my son 13 months ago. Wow, it seems like yesterday.
I'm Brittany, and I'm here for guidance and to find the person I feel like I lost again.
I'm Ryan. I'm here to catch a good meeting and get myself back on track.
I'm Rick. I'm here to support this great program and the wonderful people in it in memory of my son Jake.
Hi, I'm Mike. I'm here because I love myself today, and I also value my life.
I'm Rachel, and I'm here because I'm just grateful for this program, and I'm celebrating my dad today because it's his birthday.
All right. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear one. Happy birthday to you. All right. That was awesome.
Thank you.
I'm I come here because I believe in this program. I'm a dad who, I started bringing my daughter here and I lost her to an overdose. And I'm here to support anybody who wants it. And because I believe that nobody else has to die because of drugs. And that's why I'm here.
My name is Courtney. I just come here because it's helped me throughout the years, and I learn a lot when I come here from the new people and the old people that's been coming here for a while. So it's good to see new faces, but
I'm Pam. I'm here to support Lorenzo.
I'm Lorenzo, and I'm grateful to be here to spread the positivity this place has brought back into my life. Every day's a journey, and I enjoy it.
I'm Emily. I'm a grateful recovering addict, and I'm here to support Renzo.
I'm Jason. I'm here to earn as many super tight t-shirts as I can and learn new ways to stay sober.
I'm Greg. I come here because of Nick, and things I hear in these meetings help me to understand and grow.
I'm Candy, and I'm here as a proactive measure and for a bad choice that I made to see where the path could lead if I continued down that path. So I'm here to better myself as well.
I'm Devin. I'm here to continue learning about myself.
I'm Bob. I want to stay on this bright path to sobriety and teach others to follow me on this path.
My name's Andrew. I'm here to continue to learn.
I'm Nick. I'm here to learn to live a better life.
My name is Zach. I'm here for a fresh perspective.
My name is Ben. I'm here because this place helped change and save my life. And my son shares a birthday today with you, Mike. Grateful I get to be there for him.
name's Draven, and I absolutely love this place and everything it has to offer. It reminds me that I gotta push myself harder and harder every day.
I'm Chelsea, and I'm here to stay focused.
I'm Dakota. I'm here to stay positive and keep it pushing.
Brian. This place is teaching me how to be happy and love myself and how to live life right.
I'm Josh. I'm here because this place makes me happy.
I'm John. I am here to learn some patience and balance.
I'm Shelby. I'm here for positivity.
I'm Mike. Just come to stay connected and see all my friends.
I'm Brian. I'm here to learn how to stay sober.
I'm B. I'm here for support.
My name is Julie, and I am here to support my friend V because I believe nobody makes it alone. And listening to you guys, I have a great hope rising up in me that it's going to be a great year for her. So.
I'm Nick, and I'm here because this is where I want to be.
Megan. I'm here to remain vigilant.
I'm Des. I'm here for growth.
I'm Mike. I'm here to live a better life.
I'm Tom. I'm here to support my son, Mike.
I'm Darlene. I'm here to support Mike.
I'm James, and I'm here for recovery and support.
I'm Levi, and I'm here to listen and learn.
I'm Emily, and I am super grateful to be here and super pleased that my husband decided to surprise me tonight, that he's here too. And yeah, so just here to support anyone that needs it, and I get support by giving it. Who has the answer?
I do. The answer, but it's all decon. Running from the misery, trying to escape the pain as I approach the light of hope that lies before me. Each step overwhelms me, every breath sears my throat. I ache, my body rebels against me, my memories torment me. Agony has become my closest companion. My demons mock me as I dangle helplessly above the abyss of alcohol and the drug abuse. The voices all sound the same, criticizing, accusing, blaming me for what has happened. They don't understand. They don't care who I am. I am a human being, full of thoughts and feelings. I'm worth saving. Just show me the way. At last I reach the light of promise. There stands the answer. Open arms, understanding smile, look of trust, and so it begins racing for recovery.
Thank you. All right, a couple of announcements. First and foremost, we have an awesome podcast coming tomorrow. No, it should be available tonight at 8 p.m. Please tune in on our YouTube channel. At 8 p.m. it should be released, is what I'm told. So it's going to be awesome. Please listen. And also, we have our brand new shirts out, our Choose Love shirt, and I have my awesome model here, Brian Smith. Stand up and demonstrate. See it? Awesome. Choose Love shirt on. Awesome. See, I know, but then I got to take my sweater off. Fantastic. They are up front, available. Cheaper than 2 packs of cigarettes. Just saying. $15. Awesome. So yeah, thank you, Brian, for letting me do that, put you on the spot. So yeah, feel free to hop up after the meeting and grab yours. Okay, so as you can see from the introductions, our meetings are for everyone affected by self-destructive behaviors, not just addiction, but really anything that's harming us. No topic is off limits. If you have a question or something that you'd like to discuss, please raise your hand early. We encourage you to bring it up early so that way we have time to talk about it. So I kind of thought, actually, this topic that I kind of wanted to talk about, which oftentimes opens up different avenues of conversation, was actually suggested to me by one of our awesome members here, and I feel like it's really, really timely and it's really positive. So I kind of wanted to talk about the concept of open-mindedness and what that means, what it looks like. Because I think sometimes we say we're open-minded, and it's really necessary when we're trying to make huge lifestyle changes. And sometimes I think, I'll even think like I'm being open-minded, but as soon as a suggestion or a different way of doing something is causing a problem, I'll be ready with a problem to the answer, if that makes sense, instead of looking into the answers to my problems. So I thought about pulling from this older awesome book we have, There's More Than One Way to Get to Cleveland. On page 35, this is part of the rules that he talks about, the third rule, and it talks about learning from others in recovery. And just in the first paragraph, Todd says, when I came into being sober, I saw people who had what I wanted. I thought, I'm going to listen to them. Listen to people who have done what you want to do in recovery and learn the lessons they've learned. They are your best resource. And I thought this is so fitting for today. And just to kind of talk about like that description of that paragraph is really just that aspect of being open-minded. It's not that, like, how do you know you're being open-minded, or how do you know when maybe you need to be? What is that giving you? And go. Coffee.
I'll start it off. I think it's like, for me, it's heavily linked with like trust and like faith. And I feel like it was like really hard for me early on because I had lost a lot of trust and faith in myself. A lot of decisions I was making weren't healthy, and the people that I was around were not healthy. There was almost no trust in my life between myself and other people. So being open-minded was almost impossible, you know. I kind of got slapped with the cords, you know, pretty hard, and went through that for years. But it's definitely saved my life, and I'm appreciative of it at this point. Looking back, I guess what's kind of changed for me, for the most part, has been just like trying different things, like getting more into fitness and eating better and stuff. And those might seem like small things, and I thought they were too for a long time. I didn't really quite see the value in them until, I mean, if I had to put a time on it, maybe a couple months or so, until they really started seeing some benefits of that. And that was kind of a big turning point for me, because I could start to see that if I just played along, if I just trusted in the process, I guess, or however you want to look at it, trusted, like how Todd talked about, in the people that he was looking up to, and that he could see success in them, so he wanted to follow in those footsteps and listen and be open-minded with that. That's kind of how my journey's been, and once I started doing that, I found that I could start trusting myself and my own judgment, and there's definitely been some mistakes in there, which I've just had to take on the chin and just learn from them, you know. So it's been like a pretty crazy process the last year or so, but I'm at where I'm at, and I'm happy where I'm at, and I love where I'm going. So
Awesome. Jeff.
Hi everyone. First of all, I want to start by saying I forgot in my introductions I have 2 months sober today. So.
All right.
Open-mindedness and change to me are parallel to each other. You can't have one without the other. And really, the whole idea behind this program is open-mindedness, because what I was doing up until this point was not working in my life. So I had to be open-minded to change. I had to be open-minded to letting somebody else take the reins and control what I was doing, and structure my life in a way that they deemed necessary for my holistic change. And like Todd said in the book, just like Hoffy just said, taking the wisdom of other people. A lot of the times when you're younger, your parents will tell you not to do something because somebody else didn't do it, but you got to find out for yourself. And at this point in my life, and with the things that I was trying, it's dangerous to try it for yourself. Like there's a finality there that you don't get back. And the open-mindedness that this place has brought to me has made me vulnerable. It's made me trusting. It's made me happy. It's made me successful. It's made me driven. And it's given me all the things in life that I never thought I would get back. And I definitely think I didn't think I would get them back so fast. And I don't worry about things as much anymore, because really worry is a waste of time. And being open-minded just to like small things like nutritional changes. you know, I never thought I'd be drinking green shakes in the morning every morning, but I do that now, and I feel great every morning. And I ate a hamburger like a week ago, and that shit fucked my insides up. So it's a change you notice. The more changes that you notice that are positive, the easier it is to be open-minded to future changes. So it's necessary, and it's been very helpful. And open-mindedness got me my family back. So.
That's fantastic. So true, so true. Brittany.
So, at the very beginning of my journey and throughout the last year, I've had moments where I've been extremely open-minded and receiving of what is taken in life, that my scope of being open-minded has narrowed. Because then I started getting around people who were giving advice rather than sharing a story that I could relate to, but it was the wrong advice. And you would think being around for so long that your open-mindedness, you'd be able to tell the difference between somebody giving advice and sharing a story. I allowed situations to get in the way of that, and now I have a hard time distinguishing between whether I'm being open-minded or whether I'm potentially compromising my own beliefs. And that's one of the things that I want to get back, is to be more open-minded and being able to recognize when somebody's being genuine and coming from a place of caring and not necessarily coming from a place of knowing. Nobody knows everything. They can guide you, but I've had the wrong guidance, and I've allowed myself to veer off the path that I was on and that I was being successful at and that I felt amazing at. I don't anymore. I'm back to that place where I don't know myself, I don't love myself, and I don't trust myself again. Which is why racing is so important to me, because it has so much open-mindedness. Jesus, I can't talk. But it has so much positivity and everything that I need to get back to that person. And having been open-minded throughout my journey this far, I've been able to do things that I never thought I was capable of doing. I completed a 5K this last October, but that was the last thing that I did for myself. And then I allowed myself to be kind of pulled away. And all I want is to get back to that point. And I know that the power struggle now within me is being able to be open-minded the way that I was. When I came in at first, I had completely destroyed my own world, and I was at the bottom. And now I feel like I'm kind of starting somewhere in the middle, which is a little bit more confusing. So I'm almost desperate, because I know where I'm at, and I know that I'm like on that teeter-totter of hitting rock bottom again, which, if I'm honest, it'd almost be easier to start from the very beginning, it feels like, and start all over completely at the bottom, but I'm not willing to do that to myself either, so I've got another battle ahead of myself, and I know what I can get, and I know what I can do by being open-minded. It's just getting back to that point of being as open-minded as what I was, so that I can trust myself, and so that I can love myself, and trust the people that are around me, because I don't have that trust anymore. And I feel like I robbed myself of it. So that's why I am here.
You literally took the words out of my mouth, because you're here tonight. Yeah. So there's a little bit of trust. A little bit. Just a little. It's a little bit. Something to start with. It's good. It's all. Glad so.
Hello, everyone. I'm Lorenzo. First of all, Brittany, I want to say that I feel you love yourself more than you think because you're here.
Absolutely.
I do. Making the first steps. For me, for the longest time, I thought being sober was not using and sitting around telling war stories. But it wasn't enough to keep me sober for long term. I always fell back into it, right back where I started, and it was frustrating. It was frustrating to the point where I wanted to give up, where I didn't care. I just accepted that was my life. But coming to this place, I had to have an open mind to a new way. And the first thing I learned, almost one of the first things I learned, was sobriety is not just using love. It's taking care of yourself, setting boundaries, getting to the root of why you use, and not just that you use. Today I'm starting to begin to realize why I used for so many years, and I'm dealing with them issues. Today I'm taking care of myself. I'm no longer telling people I'm sober. They can tell. For real. Like, I used to be like, oh, I've been clean for so long, and I feel like they owed me something. But I don't even talk about it. I don't even have to say it no more because it shows. Everybody knows I got a glow that I love. This place has given me that, flat out. The positivity here, I love to promote it. I'm a promoter of positivity. I feel like I finally got a breath of fresh air. I accept the fact that I am not just an addict. I don't have to get high. I'm a person. I'm a good person. I'm a good father. I'm a great friend. I developed the entourage over there. Sorry I can't sit with you guys tonight, fellas, but you know what? I cherish that, man. Like, seriously. I've said it repeatedly how many times. I love this place. I love myself. I love the support I get here. It gives me the drive. It gives me the motivation to keep going. I haven't ran a 5K yet, but I'm about to. I'm about to. Seriously, that's something I never thought I would be able to do. Even when I first signed up for it, I said, I'm not a runner, but guess what? I am now. There's a lot of things that I am now that I wasn't before. And that's crazy because, like I said before, I just accepted the fact that I was an addict and that was going to be my life. But I was wrong in that place. This place taught me that. And I'm grateful, so grateful for it. So grateful for everyone in this room. I love everybody in this room. I wish everybody the best. I can't say enough, man. I hope, I pray that everybody has a wonderful evening, and I know I am. I know I have had a wonderful day. I'm gonna have a wonderful night. I'm gonna go to bed tonight and sleep and not dream about drugs. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and be happy that I woke up, and I'm gonna continue to do what I've been doing every day.
Right.
Wow. You gotta follow that. Open-mindedness for me is like just as simple as like kind of like what they were saying, like just giving this place a chance. This isn't my first time in recovery, and all I ever knew was AA and stuff, and around them rooms, it's kind of like the people there kind of made it seem like to me like all this place was running, and turned me away from it. But after giving it the chance, I see it's much more than that, and it's opening my mind to actually, like you said, finding the root of why I'm doing certain things, and something as simple as, like, I let my, like, ego get in the way, and, like, pride, and, like, think that I, like, always know what I need, or, like, know the answers, and, just getting out of my own way, asking for help is open-mindedness to me, asking for direction, this time around coming in here, I came in here, telling myself I don't know shit. it's something that really helps me to get through all this, and also open-mindedness instead of, judging people, trying to be more like empathetic, because instead of always being like, why me, or anything like that. I don't know, this place, I don't think I was really even that open-minded until after I got here for a few days, and it really opened my eyes to a lot more things. And I know I feel a lot better, and I feel like I've accomplished more in the past month than I did having a year or so before.
Massive mindset shifts in there. That's awesome. That's good. Great.
So, I feel like we're all pretty open-minded. We did what we did to
Turn the volume up.
So, not too long ago, I was locked up and I had this plan. And I get out and do this, this, and this. And it was not a good plan by any means. It was a horrible plan. But my friend Joe kept telling me about this place, Racing for Recovery, man. And I was just like, and I seen the change in attitude with him because I know him a couple of years ago. And he just kept promoting, kept telling me about it. So finally, he convinced me when I got released to check it out. And I was like, all right, I promised him I'm coming here, I'll check it out. If I don't like it, I'm gone. And I was writing letters and using the last money on my phone to set up appointments and all this and that. And it was the best decision I've ever made in my entire life. Absolutely, hands down. I'm so glad for that piece of open-mindedness. And I decided not to live the life that I was going and to come here and change everything about me. And I'm really happy to do
that. Open-mindedness, I think I guess open-mindedness, whatever, was like one of my best traits because it brought me here. I was in another program for a few months before this, and I caught myself telling somebody every day, man, I fucking hate this place. I haven't thought it one time since I've been here, like that. And outside of this place, you hear people they got something to say about whatever, but I think my little I guess defiance to authority or whatever is a good thing for me because I had met a couple people that had been here it's the greatest place or whatever. Those people are all really happy. I'm like, what the fuck are they on? You know what I mean? Apparently it's nothing. But yeah, so that was a big thing for me, and I can't be more grateful to just even be affiliated with this place. You know what I mean? Yeah, I didn't get sober to be miserable. I got sober to be happy. Thank you.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Great.
First, I want to let Lorenzo know that we're running more than a 5K that first relay. And I don't know. I had a pretty closed mind before I came out here to Toledo. I didn't want to come to Ohio, period, at first. And then when I came to racing, it's the first time that I really did have an open mind. Every Thursday night when we had dinner at first, I saw that lasagna, and I had to have an open mind to eat that shit. Same thing the next morning with the breakfast and the tofu eggs. I wasn't quite sure, but I said, fuck it, I'll give it a shot. And it's not that bad. I don't regret it. And just a whole bunch of new stuff I'm doing here, like the yoga. I heard Joe Rogan talk about how it's great, but I wasn't going to give it a shot until I came to racing, and I don't mind it at all. Waking up early to go swimming and trying to forget everything you learned in the AA rooms about how addiction's a disease, and they make you feel like you're gonna fail. This is the first time I have an open mind that I might actually beat my addiction this time. So it's really not a disease, it's a choice, and I'm starting to have an open mind to believing what's in that book that Todd wrote. So racing's changed my life so far.
Will. Eat it. You will. You are. It's fantastic. Awesome. I'm quoting you. Brittany, cry. There she is.
I've definitely been open-minded. The first 5 months of 2019, I was incarcerated, and I'm from over 2 hours away from here, but I didn't know. I just knew I needed to go somewhere. I didn't know where. I knew I needed to be somewhere, but I didn't know anybody. So, like, I had to be open-minded to changes. And with that being said, like, I just kind of picked a place in Ohio and moved. And I was in a different program before this, but I knew that there was, like, I had the sobriety, like, the not using is easy. It's learning how to love yourself again. That's the harder part. And I knew I needed that and I wanted that, and that's what brought me here. And I've just been open-minded to a lot of different things, being healthy, eating healthy, exercising, running. Like, I never ran my whole life, and, you know, I ran 4 miles a day. Like, I don't know, it's just pretty cool what being open-minded can do.
Right. Awesome. That's all. That's awesome.
I got a little saying, yesterday's history, tomorrow's mystery. Don't let the bad days ruin the good days, you know. Take the bad with the good and live on.
So true. Yeah, Lee.
Yeah. I think open-mindedness for me, we spoke about this, I think, on sort of on Wednesday, has changed, like Jeff said a little bit. Open-mindedness for me is letting go of, for me it feels like pressure of society, where I should be, at least like at my age or my demographic or with my skill set or with everything, or like how long as far as I am in sobriety or what I should have and this and that. My family's expectations of everything is really the key of like keeping an open mind for me, is not having expectations of what should happen because of that's really I don't, that's not having expectations of open-mindedness to me, because I can't really explain that well actually, but I just feel like I don't want to be defined by any, like I feel like if I keep an open mind, that means I'm not defined by what even my own false idea of where it's just where I should be in this perception of myself and of everything that comes along with being sober, being addicted to drugs, and yeah, that's all I have to say. I can't say that.
Please.
From a parent's perspective, I'm struggling with open-mindedness because I can't control anything, and I don't have all the answers, but I have a couple of them, and that patience piece and that why can't you see what I see? So it's a different angle than I've heard anybody so far talk about, because you don't have control. And you've invested a lot. So I need to be more open-minded towards what it is I can't control.
It takes a ton of courage to say exactly what you said, because you're opening yourself up to new perspectives from a loved one's perspective. And you must have been reading my mind because I was formulating a question to hopefully tie in the family's perspective and the aspect of open-mindedness. So I'm curious if I was going to call on you if you didn't raise your hand. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't have done that too. But yes, Randy, please, from the family's perspective.
So I'm a dad. You guys are all my kids, so just get used to it. I have a saying in my work that you can't become so emotionally invested in your idea or your position that you ignore the data. So how does that relate to what you guys struggle with? The data is telling you if you go out and use, it screws your life up. You become poor, you lose your car, you go to jail, everything is bad. You're ignoring the data. So open-mindedness to me is when you kind of divorce yourself from that emotion, because I deal in science, so I have to listen to what the data tells me as a parent, you think for a long time. But what the data was telling me as a parent was, it wasn't my journey. I could support the journey. I was not supposed to support the addictive behavior. It is your journey, and then you don't change until you make that decision to change. So the data was telling me what I was doing wasn't working. So it's like Einstein's theory of insanity. Keep doing the same thing over and over. I was doing the same thing over and over. And I lost my kid, and wasn't my fault, but I think part of my enabling was I prevented my child from having the opportunity to find that place where the data said, okay, this isn't working. I gotta open up and let somebody fill myself up with something that's different. When you come to the point where you say, I'm okay, I'm good enough, I don't need anything but peace, is when the point where you can say, you can be a sponge and you can change. And that goes for parents too, because as parents, we get just as sucked into the addiction as you do, because we're just chasing you around trying to save your life, and all we're doing is torturing ourselves, and probably you guys sometimes. So to me, open-mindedness is divorcing yourself from some of those preconceived notions that this is what I have to do, and letting go, and going, okay, I'm open, let me absorb whatever this data is telling me to do.
Thanks, Randy.
Thanks.
Christy.
Me?
This entire journey of recovery has been, I've had to have an open mind. The entire thing, because I had no idea what I was getting into. I had nobody to talk to. I did not know anybody who'd ever been in recovery, who was an addict. Never. I mean, I had to start, and I kind of stumbled into this place accidentally, which was great. But I had like I said, I didn't know what to expect. And luckily, I was put in lodging, and luckily, I had a roommate who had several months more sobriety than I did. And I had to have an